But whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. With all that being said, Auburn has one, and I mean one, big advantage in this game that a lot of people, they're not even taking into account. Da-na-na-na-na. Hey! Ba-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na. Hey! Ba-na-na-na. All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic Thanksgiving. What do you call this? Break? Or no, Thanksgiving Eve. Yeah, Thanksgiving Eve. And if you're wondering why I was singing that song at the beginning of this video, that is because that's what my brain does right after I hit a fairway when I'm golfing, and I have an easy 90-yard wedge shot into the green, and I shank my next shot. If you play golf, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't play, you're probably lost. But that's besides the point. We are here to preview the best rivalry in all of college football, and that is no other than the Iron Bowl. Look, man, Michigan, Ohio State, it's all fine and dandy, but it's not the Iron Bowl. Everybody knows the Iron Bowl is number one. And the reason I think the Iron Bowl is the best rival game in all of college football, I do think it's close, but I would put it at number one, is because there was a span a few years ago. It was like 4 or 5 straight years. The winner of the Iron Bowl won a championship or went to the championship. Last year and this year, of course, there's way bigger ramifications on the line for the Ohio State and Michigan game. But there was a long stretch there for a while where the winner of the Iron Bowl went to the SEC championship, won the SEC championship, and the rest is history. And of course, I'm probably a little biased because I'm an Alabama fan. I grew up in the South. Of course, the Iron Bowl is going to be bigger to me. Why would the Michigan-Ohio State game be bigger? You see what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for Michigan-Ohio State fans. If you're up north, I expect you to say the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry is more important to you. At the end of the day, though, they're both great rival matchups. There's no need to sit up here and say, oh, this one's better than the next. They're both really good. And oh, yeah, by the way, we're not doing no intro, none of that. I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste either. It is Wednesday night. It is Thanksgiving Eve. I got a lot going on. I know you got a lot going on as well, so we're just going to get straight into it. And I'll most definitely see you guys tomorrow, so no need for me to say happy Thanksgiving. But in case you don't watch one of tomorrow's videos and you're just watching this one, hope you have a great Thanksgiving to you and all your family or whoever you celebrate it with. And I'll touch on this a little bit tomorrow, but I'm extremely thankful for you guys, our community, everybody a part of it, and what we built on this channel. It means so much to me. All of you are like family to me, and that's why tomorrow we're going to be posting videos because I want to spend some of tomorrow with y'all as well. Now, with that being said, I have already taken a little sneak peek at the line for this game. The last time I checked, I believe it started down at like 10.5, and yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I checked it. It was at 15, so let's see what it's at now. All right, pulling it up right here. Okay, it's dropped. Shocking. It's now Alabama only minus 14. Wonder why it dropped a point or two, but no big deal. Alabama minus 14. That's one of the highest lines you're ever going to see in the Iron Bowl. This game is also on the road, and to give you some perspective, I think Georgia, what was it? Weren't they only a 10.5 point favorite against Auburn? So Alabama's favored by more. That's pretty interesting, but before we go any farther, let's address the elephant in the room. We've already talked about it, and I know your casual fans going to sit here and say, Matt, why are you even previewing this game? Auburn lost to New Mexico State last week, 31-10. Alabama's going to kill them. Look, I get it. Auburn looked miserable in that game against New Mexico State, and it's one of the most embarrassing losses, not just for Auburn this year, but in program history. Anytime you pay somebody $1.8 million to be exact, and they come into your home stadium and whoop your butt, they didn't just beat you, they whooped your butt, yeah, it's embarrassing. And I don't know if embarrassing does any justice. It's almost to the point where you don't even want to go out in public. Imagine seeing an Auburn football player in public this week. When you point at him, you don't even get excited. You're just like, oh, yeah, that guy plays for Auburn. That's the team that lost to New Mexico State. You're almost laughing at them. It's a shame to say the least, and I'm not trying to disrespect New Mexico State, but you get the point I'm trying to make here. Getting back to this, though, if you are a casual college football fan, and let me emphasize this, there's nothing wrong with being a casual because, heck, I'm a casual NBA basketball fan. And I think I even fall victim to this myself. When I throw out the term casual or you hear anybody else say, oh, yeah, this person is casual, it's not meant, at least for me, as disrespect. It's just another way of saying, oh, yeah, well, your average fan out here is just going to assume Alabama's going to steamroll past Auburn. But if you're a diehard Alabama fan like myself and you even keep up with SEC football, you know Auburn is going to give Alabama their best shot. Is Auburn's best shot good enough to win this game? I don't know about all that. We'll get to that in just a second, but here's what I'll tell you right now. I actually believe Alabama fans got more nervous for this Iron Bowl after seeing Auburn lost to New Mexico State. If you're a Bama fan, you know this. Playing against Auburn, number one, it's scary. Number two, playing against Auburn in their home stadium is 10 times scarier. And last but not least, number three, there's nothing more terrifying and scarier than playing against an Auburn team that has nothing, and let me emphasize this, nothing to lose. This is Auburn's college football playoff. This is their Super Bowl. Here's the difference in Alabama and Auburn. Alabama strives to win national championships every single year, but Auburn strives to beat Alabama every single year. That is their national championship. It's two completely different standards. It really is, because to Alabama fans, yes, the Iron Bowl is important, but it's not everything. We want to win championships. But for Auburn fans, man, it's everything. To put in perspective, they've had a terrible year this year. Granted, they're rebuilding, but they went 6-5. Currently, they're 6-5. And if they won this Iron Bowl, Auburn fans would chalk this year up as a success. That right there alone should tell you all you need to know about this Auburn football program. Moving along here to the game itself, unlike the Kentucky game, because I labeled the Kentucky game for Alabama, it was your typical and stereotypical at that trap game. You're playing at 11 a.m. on the road against a somewhat decent Kentucky team. Alabama was coming off a huge win over LSU, and they could be looking forward to the Georgia game. And what did I say was going to happen? One of two things. Either Alabama's going to go out there against Kentucky at 11 a.m., they're going to score a couple of touchdowns, step on their throat early, and it's never going to be a contest, or Alabama comes out a little sluggish. Next thing you know, they're losing at half, 14-10, and Kentucky starts to believe, and when they believe, they play really good, and it can be a close one. And as we all know, if you saw the Alabama-Kentucky game, option number one is what happened. Alabama just jumped in on them early, and that was it. And I thought that was a really big win for Alabama because they just took care of business, and there's something to be said about taking care of business because a lot of teams can't do that. It's much easier said than done. However, in this game, I don't think it's a trap game. Not a single bit. Alabama knows how big this game is. There's no look ahead. They have to win this game. It's a playoff game. And to go on top of that, it is the Iron Bowl. I just have a hard time sitting up here and trying to tell you guys, oh, it's a trap game for Alabama. No. Alabama players know how big this game is. So yes, I stated Auburn will try to give Alabama their best shot, but it's going to be vice versa. I think Alabama is going to give Auburn their best shot as well. And anytime I break down a game like this and I'm predicting and previewing a game where you got a team that is really, really good against a team who hasn't been really, really good and they've looked bad this year, I look for one thing. Where does Auburn have the advantage in this game? And to be honest with all of you, I don't see any advantage. Not a single one. Who has the better quarterback in this game, Auburn or Alabama? Well, not even up for debate. It's Alabama and Jalen Milroe. They have a Heisman contending quarterback. As far as it goes for running backs, well, I'd say Alabama has the better running backs. Yeah, Auburn's got Jarquez Hunter. He's been pretty good this year, but Roydell Williams for Alabama and Jace McClellan and a couple of the younger guys, I think they're overall a better running back group. So I'd give the edge to Alabama in running back play. And as far as it goes for wide receivers, of course I give it to Alabama because, heck, Auburn's quarterback, Peyton Thorne's only got 1,500 passing yards this year. They don't pass a lot. Long story short, Alabama has a much better offense than Auburn, but I think that's self-explanatory. On the flip side of the ball for the defense, Auburn's defense at time this year has somewhat surprisingly been decent. They've shown some flashes of greatness, but they've also shown they got a long way to go. But even with Auburn's defense being the bright spot of their team this year, Alabama's defense is much better than their defense. But whoa. Hold on. With all that being said, Auburn has one, and I mean one, big advantage in this game that a lot of people, they're not even taking into account. And guess what? It's sort of a, I guess you'd say, tricky answer to all of this as to where the Auburn has the advantage. Has nothing to do with the players, has nothing to do with the offensive unit or defensive unit or special teams unit. It has everything to do with the location of this game in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Yep, that's right. You heard me correctly. It's Jordan-Hare Stadium. That's the only advantage Auburn has. If this game was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, I'd say Auburn has about a 5% chance of winning. But since it's in Jordan-Hare Stadium, I'll give them a 10% chance. And the only reason for that is a simple answer. Witchcraft happens in that stadium. I can't explain it. If you know, you know. As a Bama fan, it terrifies me even seeing that place on TV. It's witchcraft waiting to happen. And my only concern in this game is if Alabama goes out there and we struggle, or who knows, maybe Auburn's playing their A+ game and Bama's playing their B+ game, and we're late into the second quarter, and it's a 17-14 ball game, and it's within 10 points at half. Because if that happens, after halftime, we know what happens. That sun, it starts to set. And it'll probably be setting right before halftime as well. And I do not want these Auburn players, and more importantly, the fans, to have any ounce of hope or belief heading into the third quarter, and especially not the fourth quarter. Same thing for the Kentucky game. We need to, and we got to, jump out on them early, and I want those fans leaving the stadium by halftime or the third quarter. That's Auburn's one advantage. Keep the fans engaged. As far as it goes for when Jalen Milroe and the Alabama offense is on the field, do I think Auburn can stop them? Probably not. The only person who has stopped Jalen Milroe this year has been Jalen Milroe himself against Texas. Outside of that, nobody's been able to slow him down. I would say the magic number for Auburn's defense in this game is 30 points. If you can hold Alabama to under 30 points, you got a shot to win. But if they score more than 30, you're probably not going to win because your offense is not that good. I'd be dumbfounded if this Auburn offense put up more than 30 points on this Alabama defense. The magic number in this game is 30. Alabama scores more than 30, they win with ease. If they score less than 30, could be a struggle fest. Your wild card in this game is relatively simple as well. It's Peyton Thorne, the quarterback for Auburn. He plays really great, you got a shot to win. If he plays mediocre, you have no shot and Alabama's going to steamroll you. Auburn does have a decent rushing attack, but you're not going to run on Alabama, so that doesn't even matter. If you want to win Auburn, Peyton Thorne's got to throw for what? 275, 300 yards? That's what it's going to take. And to go on top of that, I think it's also got to be a little mix of Alabama beating themselves. Maybe Jalen Milroe has a fumble and Auburn gets a scoop and score. Maybe he throws a pick six. Maybe he throws 2 pick sixes. You never know. Auburn's going to need to play really, really good, and Alabama's also going to need to play really, really bad and help them out for Auburn to win this game. But with that being said, I will not be picking Auburn in this game, obviously, because why would you trust Auburn, especially after getting beat in their home stadium 31-10 by New Mexico State, in which Alabama is a much tougher opponent than New Mexico State. It seems like Auburn is at their lowest of lows and Alabama is at their highest of highs. It's not a recipe for success. It is the Iron Bowl. I do expect it to be somewhat close. There's going to be a lot of bad blood, but come on, man. Alabama's the better team. So with that being said, I'll take Bama in this game. 31, somewhat low scoring for this Bama offense, but I'll say Bama 31, Auburn 13. 31-13, really comfortable with that score. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But